Today is the 28th day of August 2020. As I do my story, I say I had some words with one Denley Mackey Penn, got all them last name, saying that I must get the facts. But I got the facts on this one. She don't waste her precious time on foolishness. So I'm going to use her own words. 11 months ago, right in this graveyard, I want you to see up and close what she called foolishness. A young man's body was left out the grave. And it was left out there for a few months. Well, she, Evergreen Funeral Home, put the body in my friend's mother's grave, the Smith's grave. They have a double grave. The mother's on the bottom and presumably the father will be on top. But Denley Penn put this body on the grave 8 months ago. That's a long time. And what happened today here as we laid my friend Roosevelt Rusty McIntosh to the ground is an example of the kind of representation that Denley Penn wants to give the people of North Abaco. I don't care what name she come under, she could never win in North Abaco. She went and collected the money for the body that she resumed today. But the other body, she ain't see no money in that. So she left that one unattended for 8-9 months. And she was here today, made no more arrangement. But her and Frankie Florida won't be given, won't buy votes with $20 gas card. And I told her, only she doing that is because of the money that she got ill-gotten from the government, the $47,000 that she said she shared with a couple other funeral homes. But when you came to Abaco, Denley Penn, you told the other funeral homes that y'all were doing this because you care. And you, like use Abaco name when it benefits you. You said that these are your people and you're gonna have the government to collect the body free. Then you put in your bill. And when I talk about the $350,000, that is what the government paid the funeral homes that prepared the bodies. If there were bodies in the caskets, I don't even think they were at the burial. But you, Denley Penn, you put in a bill for over $400,000. And because the government didn't give it to you because you were greedy and grubberlicious and all for me, baby, you then leave the FNM government and trying to get the PLP nomination. So until such time as you vote anything else, you are still an FNM. And you got a lot of guts to sit down at the table in Cherokee to decide who will run for the PLP in South Abaco and North Abaco. The PLP has to be very careful of those who sit at their table proclaim to be PLP whilst they just campaign for the FNM. So I'll show you here. Abaco, this is Abaco. I got 114 Facebook followers. And I'm just gonna give you an insight. Was here today. And this is what happened. This is not only an embarrassment on the behalf of Denley Penn, but I want the world to know what the government, this FNM government, whose Denley Penn has voted into power, thinks about Abaco and Abaco people. You imagine, after all these months, this body This body is still here in the casket, unsealed. Still there in the casket, unsealed, for 11 months, 28 days. But Miss Penn was in Abaco. She's in Abaco today. Just like how Darren Henfield come and go. This is what happens. See, I can do this story because I'm in Abaco. There lays my buddy Rusty. That's what they're all about. She got her money back into Nassau. That is the kind of representation that she wants to bring to North Abaco. That is why Kai said, hell to the no, I'm stepping. For that grave, it was about the Benjamin. It's all about the Benjamin and the prestigious power that they want to resume as member of parliament. But it doesn't make no sense being member of parliament and you do nothing with that position. Look how many FNMs there now cannot speak to any issues because they don't know any. They don't go back in the community. But this right here is an example of the representation that we'll get from Denley Penn. You want to talk about the eagle and flying the snake up? That's the eagle and the snake right there. Come and do your promise. If you can't live up to promise to resume the dead back into the ground with dignity, how could you represent the living of North Abaco? And you had 11 months to properly put this body back into the ground. That is a fact. I got my fact right on this one. I'm in the grave. Your funeral home was here today, and they left it some 11 months. Again, it's left behind, but you want to represent Abaco. Represent the dead and take care of the dead. If you can't take care of the dead, Denley Mackie Penn, how could you take care of the living? The dead is being here begging you on your promise of 11 months ago to bury the dead, and you have not lived up to your promise to bury the dead, and you want to come amongst the living to say to represent them? Hell to the no. That's why Kai is stepping. You are alive in the graveyard in Marshaba, Abaco, where Penn Mackie can properly bury a body that she put in somebody else's family's plot. 11 months in, the body is still unsecured. You're live with Kai on WCAY in the graveyard in Marshaba, Abaco, Bahamas. You're live on WCAY.